Aloha, brains. Oh, I'm in Hawaii, but things didn't go quite as planned. I came here to give a talk for the watermelon convention, and I was really excited to come because I'd never been to Hawaii before, and I hadn't given a talk yet for like an organization like that wasn't specific to ADHD but was still interested in what I had to say. So I was really excited about it, and I wanted to do a really good job. And I got to have dinner the first night with Bob, the guy who saw the TEDx talk and invited me to come, and he was so excited about it. And there was a woman named Shannon there who almost cried when she saw me and realized who I was. And we hugged, and she told me stories about her daughter, and Bob told me stories about his daughter, and it reminded me that ADHD exists wherever you are. You know, it at first seemed like a weird thing that I was asked to come speak at a watermelon convention, but ADHD affects people in every industry, wherever you are in the world. And so I really wanted to do a good job, and I hired Yo-Yo from Slide Cow to do the slides. He also did the ones for me at the college talk, and he did a really good job. We spent a lot of time trying to get this talk ready. It was basically a version of the TEDx talk, but a little bit updated. Well, I got up on stage, and there were no presenter's notes. If you guys have seen any of my videos, you know I always use notes. I always have a script on the page. I always have everything word for word. And so I just kind of stood there a little bit paralyzed for a second going, ah. And then I just let the guys know in the back. I was like, I need notes. It was embarrassing for me to have to admit that in front of everybody because like it's supposed to be on this prompter thing and invisible and just like seem like magic. Like I just happen to know all of these words. It wasn't invisible. And I had to say it in front of people, and then they couldn't figure out how to put the presenter's notes up there, and so I just read half the thing off my laptop until I figured it out, and it was not perfect. And I looked over at the slides at one point, and the font was split because I had forgotten to tell them that they needed to download a specific font for it to work. So the slides weren't quite right. I didn't have the presenter's notes for half of it. And look where I am. This is beautiful. I was so excited that they brought me out here. I felt like I let them down. I felt like I didn't do a good job. I felt like maybe like a failure. Like I can't do this. Like all these automatic negative thoughts come popping into your head. Like nobody's ever gonna ask me to talk again. Like this was a horrible disaster. And people came up to me afterward and thanked me and hugged me and said that they cried. And one guy was like, you know, I've always wondered if maybe I had ADHD. And then Bob comes up to me and I'm like, oh no. And he comes up to me and I was like, I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties. And he goes, it was perfect. It was perfect because, I mean, look at the subject matter. Look at what you're talking about, ADHD and, you know, things not going the way you planned and having these challenges and not necessarily being able to overcome all of them. What it made me realize is it doesn't matter that things go wrong. Things are going to go wrong. What matters is how you handle them when they do. How I handled it was I got up on stage and, you know, even though everything was falling apart, I was like, okay, I'm still gonna give this talk. This is an important talk, you know? I'm not gonna give it the way that I expected it to. It's not gonna be perfect, but I gave the talk. People were able to hear that message even though things went wrong, even though things weren't perfect. And I'm recording this as much for myself as anybody else because I wanna remember that. Because there were a lot of things that were not perfect about this trip. I was supposed to record a vlog about me getting a new ukulele. I went to the ukulele store and I was so excited about it. And I walk in and the guy was so mean that I was like, I'm not filming anything here and definitely not buying a ukulele. So things went wrong. Things go wrong. And it's what you do about it that matters. And what I'm doing right now is I'm recording a vlog even though I didn't get to record the vlog I wanted to about getting a ukulele. I'm still recording a vlog. Hello, I love you guys. And thank you for your support that allows me to do this, that allows me to touch people, that allows me to go speak about ADHD wherever in the world I'm asked to do it because it makes a difference. So, mahalo and aloha.